Last week, I was speaking to a friend. She had just come from a date. At one point, she told me that she prefers that the man pays on the first date. I didn't fully understand that. She's financially independent, she believes in equality. So I asked her, why not just go 50-50? She said, I'll offer to split once, but I like it if the guy insists and pays the first time. I'm happy to take the bill the next time. So I asked, do you usually meet the same guy again? She said, no. Most of these are one-time dates. So then why not just split? She said, if he asked me out, it's only fair that he pays. I asked her how often does she ask a guy out. Turns out not very often. She said it takes the fun out of a date if we sit and split there. So pay him back later? I don't know. I think sometimes even modern independent women like seeing men step into that provider role. But imagine if the guy has to pay on every first date. It becomes a burden too.
Back in the day, I just feel as though everyone had so much more privacy that relationships last longer, like marriages and everything. And I just feel as though like now there's too much access. Your location, now that's an issue in relationships. Oh, let me see your DMs. Oh, let me see your text message. Let me go into your deleted messages. Let me look into your photos that have been in your iPhone since 2006. Like, I just feel as though people got away with more, and that's why relationships seem like they were so much easier.
I don't think that's why it's harder.
I think you're betting on the unknown because back in the day you didn't know much.
Yeah,
And now
I think it's better.
you would rather have less knowledge about what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's better.
And what I'm telling you is, it's not about what social media and the internet has changed externally. It's about what has changed internally.
But people were more content then because now also people weren't being exposed to much then.
That's probably the main difference.
Yeah.
Exposure.
You can't turn on your television without seeing FBITCHs get money.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like, we have to be honest with ourselves. So at the end of the day, you have to say, this is what we're becoming, or is this what we're being programmed to become?
Programming.
I think so. Actually, I think it's programming, but I also think that we have to feed into it in order for it to program us.
I'm not saying that it's off the table. I just want to know, what benefit would I get for being a stepfather? Would a man be wrong for asking a woman that?
I think it's a loaded question, because why are you asking me that? I feel like as a man, you should know if you're coming into a relationship where there's children involved, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask in terms of what's the benefit that I get for being a stepfather to your children. Like, that doesn't even sound right to me.
No?
Because I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you know that I have children, you should already start programming your mind to think, okay, I'm going to be around her children.
Okay.
My question is, why should I want you around? What benefits do we get from having you around? So that's what I would need to know. Like, what are my children going to see in you? What are my children going to learn from you? Okay. Those are the questions. So if you're saying, what benefit do you have from being a stepfather to my children, I'm going to ask you, why are you even asking that question?
Okay.
Where are you going to prioritize him? He doesn't want to be last all the time. Where are you going to prioritize him? It's not fair for him to be last all of the time.
Okay, so we had to talk about this, right? Because where are all the ladies that was just hyping up Cardi B because she was with Stefan? He was, rolling out the red carpet, really just love bombing her. And y'all was like, oh, I just love Cardi is getting what she deserves. No, she got what she deserved. She did. Because one, I understand Offset had his issues, right? She doesn't pick very good men. And y'all were wanting her to get a one-up on Offset by choosing Offset Jr., a man that had, about 3 or 4 babies in 1 year? Can you imagine being pregnant with, 1 or 2 other women at the same time? And then you do all of this. You try to throw a party and everything for him, only to show up and see that one of his baby mamas is there with their son. And you didn't know. Y'all supposed to have this great relationship. Everything's supposed to be great. Everybody, was just feeling like she had won in life. Meanwhile, I had made a post that I think it was a couple months ago. This is like an Offset Junior. This is a terrible, terrible, terrible option. And it's proving it. Proving it. Imagine that. And y'all hype up women winning through the most toxic situations, and they don't end up winning. They end up worse than what they were. And just because she has money proves that sometimes even money does not teach people how to date appropriately and how to choose an appropriate parent for your children. That's all I'm saying. And when that reporter asked how, if she had anything to say to Stefan Diggs, her response said it all.
Message for Stefan before the game. One inspired message for him.
Good luck. What's the worst bedroom experience you've had?
I say just like being surprised, like I'm about to hook up with like a 6'2", 6'4" man, and they show up with like a 0.4 inch PP. That's the worst. Yeah. And I think I'm like, the experience is already done. Yeah. Expecting more. If you're 6'2" and you have a below 0.4 PP, don't try to sleep with women. That's all I have to say. Stop.
Yeah, I think at that point, become like a priest or like get into religion.
Become like Christian and like only have sex if you're getting married. Yeah. Don't have sex for fun.
Yeah, unless you have so much money, then at that point.
I know y'all probably think it is. Just not the look.
No one lies in order to You don't know that. You can't falsify that.
Who cares?
Like what?
Yeah,
no one's talking to you. Shut up. Why would someone
Excuse me?
Excuse me. You're excused, ho. Why would someone lie to be trans when there's such a massive stigma and you risk being murdered and being victim?
Why is it intuition for women, but insecurity for men? When another woman is texting our man, we say, I'm a woman. I know when another woman is flirting. Stay away from her. Set boundaries. You don't respect me. You don't respect our marriage. You don't respect what we have. You don't love me. We don't call it insecurities then. We call it intuition, wisdom, or protecting the home. But when the roles are reversed and a man says, I'm uncomfortable with that guy texting you, suddenly we'll say, he's just a friend. Why are you being insecure? There's nothing between us. Can't I have male friends too? Oh, so now you don't trust me. But you and I know trust is not the issue. The issue is double standard. If a woman is texting your man all day, you won't be calm. You won't be patient. You will not even be explaining yourself. You call it being disrespectful. Meanwhile, respect is not complicated if the rules only applies when it benefits you. And that is not trust. That is simply convenience. Love doesn't need backup option. And a marriage should never feel like you're competing with a friend just to feel chosen. Share this with that person that thinks they have intuition, not insecurity.
Women don't know that to conceal is the default for men. Conceal anything that can be used against you. And we want you to open up and tell me about your feelings and your emotions.
Man, don't do it. Never tell women everything you got going on.
And I will use them against you. I'll start by revealing it to my friends.
Pay
all the
attention.
special deep things you told me. Not knowing that that's a betrayal. But I'll tell them about it because then they'll know how important I am to you.
Honestly, the men versus women sex thing, I think it's silly. I think these traits, human traits, are human traits. Some were nurtured more in this person, some were nurtured. Like my dad being a stay-at-home dad, he was a much better mother than my mother was. I am so sorry, Mom, if you see this. But he just was. He was a better mom than she was. And sometimes that's the case. Forget the gender role stuff and these are all human traits. You either are a gentle, nurturing, organized person who wants to take care of a kid or you're not. And that doesn't go man, woman, that goes person.
And I will say, not every woman is a mother. Not every woman should be a mother.
And not everyone, right.
But I would just say this, find me the society of women that are doing it by themselves.
I would love to see it.
Exactly, it doesn't exist.
Why though?
Because we are not able to sustain it. We live in a safe, civil society because the men have made an agreement amongst themselves to not blow it all up.
That's it. I've made an agreement. If y'all were able to do that, you had already done it. If you were able to do it, you would have already done it. Well, how can you say no? If you were able to do it, you would have already done it. Why do you think these countries are established? Why do you think certain things are already established and going on? Because a man said, you know what? I'm going to get in this boat and do it. Well, you don't have a boat. How are you going to get over there? I'm going to make something. And it's going to go. One died. Another one says, okay, I'm going to pick up where he left off. And we're going to go over there and do it. Do you know what it looks like? Nope. But I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out when I get there. Whether things are attacking. Well, how'd you kill that bear? I just figured it out. How'd you kill the alligator? I just figured it out. I manipulated the environment to where I could become the winner. Is it perfect? No. A lot of this stuff is rigged. A lot of stuff is like, I'm not going to say what I really want to say, but it's made in such a way that I can win. And that's what a lot of men do. So you as a woman, you look at it and you say, oh, that worked. I'm a copy that. Or I'm going to come in, and you get the opportunity of coming in and just, basically kind of refining something. But the structure is already there.
Obviously, I am very pro-Black, which means I am pro-Black love. However, I am also team go where you are loved. If somebody outside of your race shows you the kindness, compassion, and love that you want, feel free to explore that relationship. I think that's healthy. But if you are only doing that because the original race that you were attracted to doesn't like you, I think you should look into why that is. Why is it that your race doesn't like you? That should be a question you ask yourself. Journal about it, talk to a therapist, I don't know. But as a woman who has always been appreciated by every Black man that I've been around, and that is me living in the DMV around a bunch of Black men, and me growing up in Southern California where we're 9%. I grew up in the burbs and Black men love me there. They love me here. I don't know what y'all are going through in which the Black men don't seem to like you. But you should self-reflect on that, I think. Just a thought.
Remember I told you I don't change diapers? Have I changed one? See, she don't like that by the way.
No, I really feel like if you have a child and you are more than able, your hands are working, your fingers are fine, you have no arthritis, that you are more than able to help and wipe your child's ass too, if you can wipe your own. Because when he's 50, let's say, what are you going to be, 112? Yeah. You might need someone to wipe yours.
I got Harlem.
Yeah. And God willing, he does it. But did you wipe his? Yeah, this is all, it comes around.
Yeah, but I did tell you I don't change diapers from the beginning, before he was born. Did you think it was going to change? Like I would actually flip and do it?
I did. I did. I thought that because you are in a different decade and you're having a child, however many.
I don't know how many times I have to say this. If somebody shows you who they are in the beginning, believe them. Stop expecting somebody to be different because you want them to be. If a guy shows you he's lustful, he stares at women while you guys are dating, do you think because you're married it's going to change? It's the same thing as, didn't he just say, I'm never going to change diapers? And being honest, the game, he's rich. I feel like, not to be disrespectful because I don't know him personally, and it's no hate to him, y'all. I've never had any type of animosity towards him. I'm just from my perspective. From somebody who has money like that, don't you think guys who get a lot of money kind of have this perception of I could do whatever the fuck I want because there's so many women that are gonna stand in line because they have money? Look how the mom's laughing like everything's so fucking cute when it's not. The girl's fucking in her shaking era where she's talking and can't even get a word out. I don't know. I feel like this whole dynamic is just weird, but he's literally telling you he doesn't change diapers and you're expecting him to go ahead and say, you know what, for you, I will. From my understanding, the game has other kids. So if he hasn't been changing diapers this whole time, that means the women he's been with before has changed diapers before and he's never done that. So he's expecting you to do the same. Why? Because other women enable that. I'm not saying he's wrong because he doesn't want to do that, but in a certain type of way, I kind of understand it. Maybe some men don't have that sense of wanting to be nurturing or sense of wanting to do that type of stuff. Maybe they're just better at paying bills. Maybe they think you're better at it. But in my perspective, if you love your partner, what if your wife goes through postpartum so bad? What if her birth was so awful you couldn't do that? But then again, their reality is not ours because look how much money they have. You don't think he'd hire a nanny to change diapers if you don't do it? Stop expecting these men to change. When they show you who they are, believe them the first time. Same thing with women. She has guy friends. She's super slutty. She drinks every night. That shit's not going to change for you. Yes, there are some people who do that because they want to be with you, but that's not always the case. Some people are stuck in their ways. And didn't you just hear what she said? You're in a different generation. He's way older. He's definitely stuck in his ways.
Well, you have somebody in the comments saying ladies believe them at the beginning and also walk away. Somebody else said, not blaming her mom, but she knew him prior to daughter getting with him. You're right. The whole situation is strange and honestly could have been and should have been avoided. It should have been. It don't matter who knows who. She knows who the game is. They be out there trying to get money. And like I said before, she's trying to build her brand off of her mother and the game's name. She's trying to do that. And so now when you get stuck with some stuff that you don't want, after trying to build a brand off of them, then you get upset. You're going to have to do some work. Well, what's going to happen when you get old? I mean, if the man didn't change diapers, but he took care of the child the entire childhood, come to games, recitals, or whatever it was, then I did my duty as a father. I did my duty as a father. Like, you make it seem like I'm just not going to be there. I told you I wasn't going to be changing diapers. Now, would I change diapers? Yes. Yes, I would. Because that's something I want to do. I want that to be, that's a part to where you connect with your child. But he don't want to do that. And you said, okay, that's cool with me. And you said, yeah, sure. I sign on to that. And you had a baby with the guy. He told you, I don't do that. And it's, yeah, okay, great. Let's do it. Come on, man.
Fellas, when you're on grind mode, it's just best you stay single. Or if you want to be in a relationship, make sure you choose a woman that understands, not right now. You have to be with a woman that understands that you're on grind mode. You're not trying to spend no money. You're trying to prioritize. That's the type of woman that you need in your corner. Not the woman that wants you to get her hair done, her nails done every week. When Christmas time comes or her birthday comes, whatever, she's going to be a brat. She's going to complain because you can't get her 10 Chanel bags or whatever the case may be. Be with a woman that understands not right now. And that's the woman, when it's your time, that's the woman you have by your side. And then you finally splurge on, you finally spoil her because she understood the assignment. It makes no sense. I really do feel people that are on grind mode do not need to be in relationships. It gets real complicated when you're focused and you can't give your all in the relationship because the other person don't understand. Y'all not on one accord. Get you a not right now woman.
My husband worked all day today and now he's out getting us dinner.
This is how one-sided and stupid the women were in the comments. Oh my God, look, all the haters, getting mad and jealous because the husband's treating her properly. Look at all these single men. God forbid a man loves his wife. Okay, I want you guys to have that same energy when I tell you this. If a man posted this saying that his wife was working all day and still cooked dinner at home after a long day of work, have that same fucking energy, because I know y'all will lose your shits. You guys will literally blow a head gasket if a man posted something like this. And it's funny because I'm seeing in the video that not only was man's working all day, she was at home. The house looks a bit of a mess, like, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And she didn't do anything. She's sitting there twerking because her man worked all day and she didn't prepare dinner. Hell, she didn't even order dinner. My husband would have been perfectly fine if I ordered dinner and didn't feel like cooking for a day. But he went out and got dinner. Why should he have to do that? Because like I said, if a man posted a video that said, my wife was at work all day and she's still cooking dinner and he's sitting there twerking his ass in front of the camera, y'all would sit there and talk about, may this love never find me. Oh, you hate your wife. Oh, he hates women. Like that. This is the shit that I talk about. And then women get mad at me for calling it out. Because y'all sound so entitled, stupid, and so fucking selfish about what you think you're entitled to. You guys sit here and act like this, thinking that it's okay. But then it wouldn't be okay if a man posted something like this. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And y'all are sitting here acting like this is a flex. Like, this is so disrespectful.
These are the 3 things that men want to see from you in order to consider you wifey material. Number 1, he has to be attracted to you. This does not mean at all that you have to be supermodel status, because you could have zero makeup on, baggy clothes, but if he can tell that you have natural beauty and he's attracted to that, you're in. 2, a positive attitude, because that basically means that you're less likely to completely ruin his peace. And 3, he wants to see that you have some amount of morals that aligns with his. For example, if he values loyalty, he just wants to know that you're not a cheater and that you're not on like your 4th marriage. That's about it.
This right here is a perfect example of what it looks like when you're confident in who you are. She's wearing what she wants. She's walking around like she belongs there. She's not scanning the room for permission. And look at the reactions. Some people stare, some people look uncomfortable, some people are giving dirty looks. This is exactly why you've trained yourself to play smaller, to dress down, to soften yourself, to not fully show up. Not because you don't like who you are, but because you don't want the attention that comes with that. When you're really being yourself, you're gonna make a lot of people uncomfortable. That's not a flaw, that's feedback. So stop adjusting yourself to keep other people relaxed. Let them be mad. Get comfortable being looked at. Get comfortable being talked about, and get comfortable being misunderstood. And whatever you do, don't shrink yourself just to make the room feel safer.
Well, she got to learn to put some clothes on. She got to learn to put some clothes on. Full stop. Stop doing that. That's not cute. I know you think that's a sign of power. That's a sign of stupidity. Go put some clothes on.
Do you have any platonic relationships in your life right now? With a woman? Yeah. No. Is that by choice? I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Listen. We gotta unpack this, Cam. Why? Because I'm not about to play them type of games. Is it self-control? Call it what you want. I'm asking. Call it may be self-control. I'm asking. If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive. Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself? Yes. Do you have control of them thoughts? Yes. But I'm not about to play them games. What game is it? The game of saying, hey, we're not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me. So no. Just all the do you have any ugly ones? I gotta ask. I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully. Why? I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're a smart man. I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that. Yeah, we're gonna I know me. You know you, okay? I know me. And what that mean? That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me. Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens? Sex.
As a man, you need to understand that if you're not a member of the Rainbow Coalition, you know good and well you've never been platonic friends with a attractive woman that you didn't fuck or want to fuck. So when you think about your broad, is she attractive? Now, if your girl is ass, you ain't got to worry about it. Like, she ain't gonna have nothing but platonic friends. But if your woman is fine or attractive, bruh, and she has a male friend, that shit is not platonic. Even if it's platonic from her end, that nigga want to fuck some. And let me tell y'all boys something. If your woman has a male best friend, either they already fucked, they are fucking now, or they will fuck in the future. I'm telling you from experience. I've had some female friends. I don't have any female friends now because I don't want to play that game. But I've had some female friends in my life, and it ain't now one of them that I didn't run up in and realign their spine. You understand me? That's just how it is. And so anytime that I had a female friend, they were always dealing with a man. And when I used to realign her spine, She go home to him and he think he did something. She go right home to him, lay right over him. And then that injury that I left her ass with, she put it on him. And now he run around beating his chest, trying to beat his chest over some stress from my mess. So I'm telling you, you cannot trust that platonic friendship shit because it ain't real. A nigga will sit around your broad man and wait 15 years talking about some, I'm your friend, and wait for that one time where some shit that she'd have misunderstood happened between y'all, and she run to him because he ain't got no problem being the honey child in the same time because he just waiting. And that one time he get the opportunity and knock the knobs off her ass. And she ain't gonna never tell you, and that nigga still gonna come around. So I'm just telling you, if your woman got male friends, leave her ass for the streets, man. She for the streets. Any woman who want to be around men all the time, it's got whole energy in her. Now, I'm not telling you that's bad. I'm not telling you it's good. I'm just telling you it's true. You think about the women who be around men all the time. Strippers, working girls, nurses. And you know the word on the street is that nurses are the biggest hoes. I'm not finna claim no woman who got no male friends, and I'm not finna deal with no woman at all who got no male best friend. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. If he the best friend, he the motherfucking undressed friend too.
He ain't lying. You know, a virtuous woman that hasn't been bent over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's
You're not going to find that at
so
a
you're
Pop the
saying
Balloon show
only
either.
women who haven't been bent over are wifey type.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's the goal to find a virtuous woman that hasn't been.
Your goal is to find a
That's
woman
most
who
men's
hasn't.
goal, bro. They won't tell you the truth.
Okay,
Or
well,
tell people the
ask you
truth
this.
because
Out of
they'll
all the marriages,
they'll be shameful wanting something pure, man. You know what I
out
mean?
of all the marriages, are men hitting their goal of finding a woman who haven't bent over? You could say you could say that this is my goal, but if you're deviating, is irrelevant. If everybody is marrying people who are not a virgin, all of this is irrelevant. You have men, I would say more than 80 to 90% of the men right now in the Western culture are marrying women who have bent over before.
Yeah, and that's
if it's your goal, and if it's every man's goal to not marry her, then he's defying himself and he's compromising.
When you say compromise, in what sense?
Compromising means that you're going in one direction because this is where you desire to go, but you've been hit with a different option that's against what you desire, and you decide to take that way, take that route. So instead of going after a woman who hasn't been, instead of going after a woman who has never bent over, you said that was your goal. You changed your goal because it's hard to find her. It's unrealistic that you may, the likelihood of you running into a woman who haven't bent over is extremely low today. So therefore you compromise. You say, well, okay, I'll just be with a woman. Anybody, well, I'll just X that off the list and I'll look for the other factors that can help me.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't compromise, man.
You shouldn't. You say you shouldn't, but that's not what they're doing. You agree?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Men are shamed for wanting something that's pure. Like
how?
And it's unfortunate. Like right now, right? Like you're telling me, like, yo, you shouldn't want anything pure. You should be used to the fact that most women are ran through. You should wife up.
I didn't say you should be used to it.
Well, I mean, indirectly, you're saying that.
I didn't say. Well, you can't put that on me if you're saying that. If you're making an extreme claim like that, you gotta be direct, out of respect.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
If any man wants to go after a virgin, go ahead. I got nothing against it. I'm not going to shame a man for going after a woman who hasn't bent over. Nah, I never
Yeah,
have.
I think once you know, well, I mean, I get it, right? Okay, if you can't find a V, try to find something that's close to it. You know, somebody that doesn't have that much bodies under their belt. You know, um, that would be the best factor for the man to vet out a decent candidate to be a wife of some sort. But men are so conditioned and brainwashed to accept whoredom that it's just ridiculous. Like,
Well,
you
look.
should accept the fact
Nicole,
that she has three.
hold on, wait.
Let me finish.
Nicole said something
Society
important.
says that you
Let me
should.
interrupt you. Interrupt. Nicole said something important, and here's my question. Because the rule here is no lecturing, interrupt only with questions. So here's my question, just so I can follow the rule. If men have a goal to find a woman who's virgin, do you think that virgin woman wants a virgin man?
Women find men attractive when they already had sexual partners.
I'm talking about a
So
virgin woman, not just woman. I'm talking about
the
a
virgin,
woman
the
who
virgin chick
saved.
too. She's gonna want the dude to be experienced.
I disagree. And I think the ladies disagree as well. There's a reason why Nicole brought it up. A woman who is saving, and every time I had a conversation with a woman who was intentionally saving herself for marriage, the likelihood is extremely high that she wants a man who's also doing the same because she wants to be equally yoked. Do you at
Man,
least
these
agree
women
with
don't
that?
know God, man. Most of these women don't believe in God, man. What is
Well,
wrong, man?
that's a whole nother subject. But do you
Mhm.
at least agree that the woman who's saving herself for marriage would like a man who's also saving himself for marriage?
If she follows if she followed the decree of Yah, yeah, she's gonna want somebody that's pure, just like her. Yeah.
Right. So if a man has a goal of being with a virgin woman who never busted open, why is he going out here having sex?
I mean, that's like a different topic, but
It's the same. It's the same. So it's the same thing, brother. Why, if you want a virgin woman, why are you out here busting everything down? So you're decreasing the chances of you appealing to her. If you interact with a woman and she said, "Hey, look, I'm a virgin. I'm saving myself for marriage, and I'm looking for somebody who's on the same level." And you're like, "Oh man, I done been in multiple relationships, and I done had maybe 6, 7 girls. I done had a threesome in Dubai." Like, what do you think she's gonna say to that? She's out of it. She's checking out. She don't care if you got that break a headboard game. She don't care if you got all that experience. Sex is not her
Yeah,
concern
man,
because she's not even having it. She's not even having sex, so it's not even her concern. She's not measuring you by your performance because she's not even concerned. She's looking at something different. She's looking at something more holy, so to speak. So if most men had the goal that they wanted a woman who's a virgin, first of all, I don't believe that. But if they did, then they don't know how to effectively achieve that goal. Because if they're going out here just busting everything down, they're just decreasing all the likelihood of being able to achieve that.
And I just want to stop and say that they keep on saying that men don't call other men out. Men don't hold other men accountable. I've seen a couple of lives where this brother has done this. I've seen a couple of lives where this brother is doing this to these men. Kevin Samuels was doing it, but it don't really get publicized. Don't nobody really like it. It don't go viral. It don't get a lot of engagement because a lot of men will see it and say, yeah, that sounds about right, and go on about their business. It's not up for debate. It's not up for discussion. Either you do it, you get in line, or you don't get what you need to get.
Fuck it up. Take the whole wall down. You heard me? We live, baby. We live.
How you gonna get mad at somebody because you got caught cheating? So you gonna tell my shit because I caught you with your nasty ass? Come on now. You the one decided to go out there and do your thing. So yes, you got to go. You will not stay here with me. The cheater always want to get mad because they get caught. Then want to point the finger at everybody like it's somebody else's fault. No, baby, you did exactly what you wanted to do. And you knew damn well if you got caught, you knew what the repercussions was. So I don't know what you thought it was. You thought somebody loved your ass so much that they wasn't going to get rid of you? Like, get your ass out of my house. And I'm finna file a police report because you finna pay for this hole that you put in my goddamn wall with your crazy self. Like, people always want to get mad because they got caught. Like, you don't know what you did to me? You don't feel like you hurt my feelings? I'm the one should be punching the goddamn hole in the wall. You the one hurt me.
The only way we're going to be able to get the real yearners back is if we start having fun.
You already do that. What are you talking about?
Once we as women start to go back to having fun, that's when we gonna get the ones that like to stand outside the club on your car, you know what I'm saying, patiently waiting on you. The ones that be on their knees.
Women are obsessed with this type of shit the same way they was obsessed with love and basketball. They don't even realize, like, that nigga didn't like that lady. He's like, alright, fuck it. Like, he'll settle because he ain't make it and all that shit. Like, y'all don't even realize the real truth behind yearners. Them niggas had to beg because they fucked up in the first place. But I guess y'all used to those type of men. So it's some of y'all seek still. Don't even realize how that's detrimental. But, hey, this is how it always been. I'm not surprised now because I had to learn the hard way. But, yeah. Y'all talking about yearners. Bring back the yearners. Them niggas know they don't got to do all that now. Because all y'all do is complain on the internet about them and then make excuses. It's because they're gay. It's because they got mommy and daddy issues. They need therapy. It's because they don't like black women. It's because of this and that. It ain't ever just because they fucked up and don't care. But yeah, we all the same, right? That's what they say. We might as well cheat and do the shit so we can have a chance to yearn, right? Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
These modern women, it's really a product of them doing this to themselves. Well, maybe not them specifically, but y'all be with a group of people, y'all be hanging out with friends who be saying, I don't need no man. Hey, stop saying that. Hey, quit saying that. Or distancing yourself. So your chances of being seen with that woman or that man, that woman is low. Y'all be hanging out with women that expect you to be a girl's girl and ruining your chance at finding a partner. That's where y'all be. And y'all be running into these type of men. And so naturally, you run into them. Oh, he's not. You don't mess with most of them because you know they dogs, right? You know Chad. You know what Chad and Tyrone look like. I know the clear examples, but because you find a man that is undeniable for you is what's happening. You run into a man that's undeniable. Oh man, I like him. Well, he's a Chad or he's Tyrone. Yeah, a little bit, but it's not too bad. And I've been waiting, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one. I've been waiting for 2 or 3 years, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one. When you should just leave them alone, and you should just actually stop hanging out with those women and find you some new friends. And y'all run into men like this, like he said, who messed up in the first place. And y'all not getting no attention, and I'm going to go ahead and take him. Oh, where are the men doing this, this, and this? You don't really need that man. It's just you ain't been getting attention from the right man because you're not in the right spot. But you're so desperate now, you'll take any type of attention. So you take this man. And this man gonna ruin your life. But you don't know anything different because you just been messing around with the wrong men and hanging around with the wrong women.
Okay, I'm a little bit lost, so I'm gonna need all the straight males to explain this to me. Why are you guys on the hip thrust?
Sabe por quê? Sabe por quê? Sabe por quê? Porque você me agrediu ontem, você me deixou aqui sozinha. Sabe?
You need to be careful, my boy. I don't know how many times you can get into the situation and come out unscathed.
I think the best relationships, the relationships that last the longest, is when the female is more dominant than the man. I know y'all gonna get in my comments and be like, what? But it's something about that woman being real dominant and mean that's gonna have that man acting right. Like, I have seen it too many times. Like, I can name so many relationships where it's like that. Like, the woman, she don't play no games. She real dominant. And the man is more like passive. You know, yeah, baby, you know, go along with her. Those are the best relationships. Like, I feel like when you real soft and you a lover girl, it's something about a man that's just gonna dog that. Like, he gonna take advantage. Like, it's just that dog in him. He gonna just take advantage of it. That's how I feel. I know y'all gonna get in the comments and be like, no, it's not like that. You know, we want somebody feminine. No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't. I'm telling you, the best, the ones that has lasted, I'm talking about 10 plus years relationships, has been that woman who don't play no games. And I'm not saying, you know, you should just be mean to your man or whatever like that. But I'm just saying what I have seen work. That's it. That's all.
Is there any possible way that you can just act normal instead of being a loser? Is that still a possibility or no?
Effort feels more intimate than intimacy now. I asked a girl how fast she would sleep with someone.
How fast until you hook up with someone?
After the second day.
And how long she would wait to cook.
How long until you cook for somebody?
There gotta be a ring on my finger.
At first I thought, maybe I didn't explain myself well. So let me better articulate.
In 2 dates, you'll be willing to suck them, but you won't be able to cook for them.
That's so different. That's so different.
That moment and a few others like it made me realize two things. One, intimacy has cheapened in a lot of people's eyes. Two, a lot of people are preserving effort for a level of commitment you only get by applying effort. You get the long-term relationship by first showcasing long-term compatibility. I get it though, men and women both had scarring dating experiences.
All these men are dogs and all these men cheat, so why does it matter?
But if the goal is family, that mindset doesn't move you closer to it. It just leaves you misaligned for a long time.
It's day 7 of working 10 days in a row at the strip club. Let's see how much money I make. I've been here for 3 hours and haven't made any money. I'm getting nervous. Holy. It was a really bad night tonight. After working 7 days, that really fucking sucks. And I'm already fucking annoyed that I'm working so much, so obviously I have an attitude. Maybe that's reflecting on how much money I'm making. Maybe because I'm just being a little sassy. I don't understand how this happened, but somehow I convinced this guy to go to the ATM and give me $500 just for no reason, really. And he did. I've got a few more days to go on this shit. And if I don't make money tomorrow, I will breathe fire. Anyways, let's see how much money I made. Here's 100. I don't think that 100 was worth it for that situation. 500 minus $200 house fees, so really I made $400. Even though I'm being a little bitch right now, this will all be going towards my music, so I am still very grateful.
Well, just know that if he's spending that much, he'll be back. So think of that $500 as accounts receivable. You gonna still have to pay that out. That he got a credit on his account. So the next time he say I want this or that, you remember that $500 I gave you?
And flirting be like cool and all, till that nigga hit you with the come see me. Bitch, I can't even see myself.
Watch the comments.
And flirting be like cool and all, till that nigga hit you with the come see me.
You see, when men talk to women, they want either one of two things, sex or relationship. But for women, there's a third box, and that third box is called attention. That's right. A girl can talk to you for weeks, for months, and the second you go and ask them to hang out, grab a drink, now they're going to say 8 hours later, whoops, sorry, didn't see this. Oh, you want to hang out tonight? My schedule is all crazy. But in your head, you're like, well, she's responding to all my texts. She'll even answer my phone calls. So maybe it's just the bad timing. That is why when I get a girl's Instagram or phone number, within 3 to 5 messages, I'm asking for her availability. If she fails to give me her availability and gives me a really weak answer like I'm not sure, I'll let you know, I'm uninterested, and she goes on timeout for a couple of weeks, I'll try one more time. And if she's still vague, I'm not sure, I don't know, unfollow, block, move on. Because as you can see in the comment section, they all do it. They all love the flirt, they love the attention, but the second you go, cool, let's hang out, now they're like, So fellas, when you acquire a phone number or an Instagram, quickly, 3 to 5 messages, shoot the shit, then go into availability. If she can't give you availability, put her on timeout, 2-3 weeks, come back again, one more shot, still can't give you availability, get out of there.
Things that customers have said to me as a stripper that pissed me off. This one time I was sitting with a customer and we was talking, and after a while I'm like, you gonna get some ones, you gonna get some dances? And he's like, no, I don't do dances, but I'll take you out to get a nice dinner. A nice dinner? You seriously think I'm in here looking for somebody to take me out to dinner? A free dinner? Bitch, I can make myself a nice dinner. I know how to cook very well for myself. Bitch, I want some money. When you gonna let me take you out of here? I'll take care of you. Nigga, what? What you mean by take care of me? Because unless you giving me a hefty allowance, I'm still gonna be in here shaking this ass for some cash. Because no matter what, you gonna pay your bills regardless. I'm tired of the guys thinking, oh, just because they pay all the bills, they taking care of you. Nah, this ain't that. Be the man with a water cup and no tip talking about they want to change your life. You can change my life and you haven't even changed my night. The fuck? Don't be in here trying to sell me a lifestyle and you haven't even proven you can afford my time. Another time I'm dancing for this customer, right? He throwing the money slow as hell. He had like $13 left in his hand. And he gonna be like, let me see you drop into the splits. Nigga, the splits, first off, my big ass can't do the splits, but I wasn't gonna do that shit no way. You over here asking special requests when you got 13 fucking dollars in your hand. Don't be coming up in the strip club having all these special requests and you barely spending money with your cheap ass. So this one time I had to walk out on a customer mid-dance because my feet was hurting so motherfucking bad. We back in VIP. It's the end of the night, baby. When I say my feet was screaming, they was motherfucking screaming. But we only had like 20 minutes left. So I'm like, shoot, let me try to get this little last bit of money out of his ass real quick. So I danced for like one song and my feet couldn't take it no more. So I took off my shoes. And he gonna be like, I prefer it if you have your shoes on. So I'm like, fuck it. I put my damn shoes back on and I only danced for like 30 more seconds. And I'm like, sorry, I got to go. I can't even do this. Fuck it. Keep your little money. I ain't even give a fuck no more. That's how bad my feet was hurting. And I was pissed because like, damn, bro, you still could have got the dance without my damn shoes on.
Somebody in the comments said, give her time. She'll understand when she's replaced by a 23-year-old. She will, because she doesn't understand it right now.
Most women will not agree with me on this, but I will say it anyway. This happy wife, happy life theory is what is destroying both your home and your happiness. Let me explain. So think about it. It says if a woman is not happy or pleased, the entire house must be sad. No, I disagree with this. Let me guess, everybody starts tiptoeing around her mood like she's a ticking time bomb. The husband and kids, they must walk on eggshells. Not because she's right, but because they want to avoid problems or drama. If you ask me, that is not love. That is manipulation and toxicity clothed in madness. When you blame your mood on everyone else, like, please don't talk to me, I woke up on the wrong side of bed. That's unfair and you're just being immature. Go back to bed. Sleep on the right side of bed. Because nobody, I repeat, nobody owes you emotional babysitting anywhere. A peaceful home doesn't come from everyone feeding or nurturing a woman's bad attitude. And a wife should not have happiness that depends on a man doing everything right every time. To me, I feel peace comes from two adults who managed themselves and controlled their emotions. So no happy wife, happy life. A wife should be peaceful, not worshipped or feared. A husband should feel safe too. It's not all about the women every time. A healthy marriage is two people who takes responsibility for their own joy, not one person's mood controlling the whole house. It is mutual effort, mutual peace, mutual growth. So share this with a fellow woman who you want to see happy.
These are the 3 things that men want to see from you in order to consider you wifey material. Number 1, he has to be attracted to you. This does not mean at all that you have to be supermodel status, because you could have 0 makeup on, baggy clothes, but if he can tell that you have natural beauty and he's attracted to that, you're in. 2, a positive attitude, because that basically means that you're less likely to completely ruin his peace. And 3, he wants to see that you have some amount of morals that aligns with his. For example, if he values loyalty, he just wants to know that you're not a cheater and that you're not on like your 4th marriage. That's about it.